What's up, everybody? This is Josh from Basement Level Magic. We are jumping into another draft here and starting off with a mythic rare. Days Undoing is a card that I had a lot of hopes for. I really thought it was going to turn out to be something special, and honestly, it's quite disappointing. There's so many decks in this format right now that are trying to go really fast and quick aggro that you end up, if you're not way ahead on the board when you do a card like that, you end up having a problem because the other opponent may end up having a fistful of cards where they get to play all of their creatures before you get to do anything. I know I had one where I was kind of losing on the board and somebody came out and they played it, and all of a sudden I emptied my hand in 2 turns. I had 5 creatures on the board and they had 2. So, needless to say, I'm not drafting Days Undoing yet. I do like Wild Instincts, Claustrophobia, Blessed Spirits. I think I'm gonna try to go a little bit different. Let's go blue this time. Let's grab the Claustrophobia. It's a good removal spell. And we do have a Jessian Thief, so we'll be able to back it up with another pretty good blue card. I do like Rock Smaulers in this pack. Cleric of the Forward Order, I think, is much better than people give it credit for. It's a grizzly bear that gains you some life and can actually gain you quite a bit of life. The 2/2s in this format take out a lot of creatures. So we'll go ahead and we'll take the Jessian Thief easily, though. Irosis Champion is something we'll definitely have to watch out for. Double Strike. Whoa, excuse me. It's always a good thing when your thing clicks over and you get extra packs, though. We'll take a Jessian Thief, and hopefully we'll be looking to get our second color here in the next few picks. Definitely some good picks here. For the most part, the white is... I like the Cleric, I like the Anointer. Scrapskin Drake is not that great. Fetid Imp is really pretty decent. We could look to try to do a crazy mill style deck. I am a big fan of that. You don't win a ton with it, but gosh, you do have fun. So maybe we'll take the Imp and go that route. The thing that worries me is that we have passed some decent white cards already, and the Blessed Spirits in the first pack, the Cleric of the Forward Order in the second pack, and then whether we pass a Cleric or an Anointer in this pack, it's going to be tough for us to really get a lot of white. So let's go with the Fetid Imp and try something different. Wow, a foil Anointer. If I wasn't already in blue, I'd definitely be kicking myself for not going white. I'm fine with this, honestly. I do enjoy doing the mill style decks, so we are going to absolutely be looking for a Sphinx's Tutelage, probably some Dreadwaters, Return Centaurs. Those are the cards that you're looking for. But Towergeist is a very good card. It's a flyer. It draws you some cards. I don't think it actually draws cards. I think you just... Yeah, it says you put one of them in your hand. So it's not technically drawing cards, but it makes you feel like you are. Just a tempo swing that blue likes to do. Alright, there's a Dreadwaters, which is decent. Timberpack Wolf this late. I mean, I consider it kind of late. Especially... we saw white cards were passing through. And Timberpack Wolf is a very, very decent card. You don't want to be taking a Dreadwaters this early. Clash of Wills is very good. It can slow people down. Maybe we should just go with the real picks. We'll try to take the Timberpack Wolf now. We will see. Hopefully we can try to do some kind of mill strategy. Honestly, if you can't get the Sphinx's Tutelage, it's a pretty tough strategy to do. Just very inconsistent. Alright, so not the greatest pack here for us. you know, if we were wanting to do the mill strategy, we definitely have our options here. with this return centaur. Shoot. Alright, I talked about it enough. Let's go for it. This is definitely not the deck that you want to draft if you were in some kind of tournament, you know, any kind of PTQ. It's not the most likely going to win for us, but it is definitely it's definitely fun. And then I keep seeing green cards, which make me change my mind. Screw it. All in. YOLO. Alright, so we want to be able to slow people down, stop them from killing us. So we'll take the Hydro Lash. We are going to draw a card off of this also. So we're going to be looking for Dreadwaters, Return Centaurs, Sphinx's Tutelage. Eyeblight Assassin is decent in this. You know, might be able to take out one of the Thopter tokens that's going to kill us. We'll grab a... The Screeching Scab is decent early. It's not something that you want to play very often, though. Let's see this one. Return target creature card from graveyard onto the battlefield. Yeah. Why not? There's another Dreadwaters for us. We are going to be looking to pick up some walls here in the next pack. The Guardians of Meletus is definitely what we're looking to get. Guardians of Meletus and Sphinx's Tutelage. Those are the ways that you want to build these decks. Just put up as many walls as you can. Stop people from attacking it on the ground. There's a lot less flying in this format than you typically would think. The Thopters are definitely a way to do it, and as well as there's a blue-white deck out there that's very good for flying. Kytheon's Irregulars is a powerhouse. You know, it's definitely the way that we should be going here. But I keep talking about this mill deck, and you know, Separatist Void Mage is a really good card. It's on color. Yep, this is going to be ridiculous. I hope you guys respect this. Alright, let's take a Separatist Void Mage. Somebody's going to be happy to get a Kytheon's Irregulars here. We're not planning on winning through combat anyway. I don't know that we'll need the summons. Probably have so many mill things anyway, so let's take a Guardians here. Easily the best card for our strategy. You know, maybe later on we'll look to get an Infernal Scarring, because you do get to draw a card off of that. Not that we have a Sphinx's Tutelage yet to make it worthwhile, but we'll take the wall for now. Oh, this deck is getting ridiculous. I think the Alchemist Vial is what we want to do here. This is going to draw us a card. It's also going to slow somebody down. Green would have been amazing, but you know, we went all in pretty early on this mill deck. So let's keep doing it. Who cares? Fleshbag Marauder, you know, just a little removal. We actually have a decent amount of creatures. I'd love to not play Screeching Scab. I would rather have a Maritime Guards in that spot. And some more Fetid Imps. Alright, so we'll go ahead and grab a Water Courser at this point. Let me just let you all know, this is not how you should draft. This is not what I typically do, but I am trying to go for a little bit of a fun factor here. We could have had 3 Anointer of Champions even. This this deck is gonna suck, but we'll give it a whirl. You know, this serves as a crappy wall, so we'll take it. There's a tower, guys. See, some people are trying to help us out here. I do want that Dreadwaters, but the tower guys just helping us get to the cards that we need. Eyeblight Massacre sounds good. You know, just trying to kill off all their little guys while we try to mill them. That seems to be a good plan. We'll take a Stratus Walk, put it in the sideboard. We're not really planning on playing it. Otherwise, we could look to grab the Catacomb Slug just to slow up the board. That's actually probably the better option here. We actually haven't even seen a lot of these Return Centaurs, which is kind of surprising. They're not the most playable card out there. Who knows? Maybe there's a second mill deck out there, and hopefully, if we end up playing them, they don't have the Sphinx's tutelage that we have not seen yet. We'll take another Water Courser. It's an early body. It's really a serviceable blocker as well. It's actually good in an attack manner, but that's not our plan here. Yep, so far this deck is not looking good at all. There's an Artificer's Epiphany, so we can at least draw some cards. Otherwise, we could look at doing Nantuko Husk. Green. The one time I want to go ridiculous, and green, which is my favorite color in this format, is wide open. But we'll take the card draw. You know, really a Languish would be pretty good here. Let's take... Yeah, I don't think we're going to play 2 Nivix Berries, but we'll take a counterspell. Maybe it'll come in handy for us. Who knows? Maybe we actually have a win condition. Not a very good one. I was really tempted to play that Jam Day Tome. If we find a Sphinx's tutelage, maybe I will. Why not? Well, we have a good card. Gilleaf Winnower is definitely a very good card. It's a 4/3, which is decent power in this anyway. It's got Menace, so it's difficult to block. Also, the key part of it is it comes in and it kills probably half the creatures in this format. It will take on anybody, kill out any creature that has a power and toughness not equal to each other. So it's definitely the best card here. Reef Soul is the next best. Dwynen's Elite is very good as well, especially in an elf deck. Otherwise, it's just a 2/2 for 2, which is nothing exciting. But if you can get an elf out there, which if you're in green, a lot of times you will be able to. So we'll take the Gilleaf Winnower. We're still looking for that Sphinx's tutelage. We're going to make this difficult on us if we don't find it. We'll take the Reef Soul over the Dreadwaters. Hopefully we'll see another Dreadwaters as we go. We could probably use, I don't know, 3 or 4 of them. Not what you want to do, but it's what we're doing. Oh my god. Who leaves this card? That card's amazing. Majoring Responder is a bomb. I'd love to play this Claustrophobia. I'd love to get this Guardians of Miletus, but we have to have some shot. If right now we haven't seen a Sphinx's tutelage, so chances of us winning on a mill strategy is low. So let's go ahead and take the Responder and give us a little bit of a shot at something. We'll take a Read the Bones. Why not? Let's just draw as many cards as possible. This deck is not working out exactly how we were expecting it to, but yeah, it's kind of odd that there hasn't been some Maritime cards coming around. That card is not exactly highly sought after. It's a 1/3. Unless somebody maybe they had a Sphinx's tutelage in their early pack. Let's go ahead and take another early drop. We may have to abandon ship. The unfortunate thing is abandoning ship at this point in time means that our deck is going to be awful. There it is. All right. Yep. Did it. Got it. Good. Here it is. Sphinx's tutelage gonna win us the game. Not much more to say. Other than we probably won't win, but we're gonna try. We're gonna get rid of this hunk of junk. Yeah, now we'll go with a little bit more of a slow down approach. Get the Send to Sleep in there. I really don't want to play that Screeching Scab. The problem with that is if we mill our Sphinx's tutelage, we are gonna have some difficulty. I almost want to try to run this Jam-Day Tome, except for the fact that our 4-drops are really good right now. Yeah. Let's make somebody discard. Seems good. We are definitely going to want to run 18 lands, I can tell you that much right now. Running any amount of Dreadwaters and this many 3 and 4 drops, we need to hit our lands. I'd love to see something like a Shambling Ghoul right here, just to try to slow up the initial attacks from people. Huh. Well, why not? There's that Dreadwaters we were looking for. I don't think we have enough early blockers, but ooh, actually Disperse is really good right here. Wow. Nobody's in on blue-white flyers, it looks like. Tempted to just go ahead and grab the negate, though. It's always good for sideboard. I think the Majoring Network is more what we want to do here over the Evolving Wilds. Evolving Wilds is very good in it, but Majoring Network, at least you can add storage counters onto it, so we can try to ramp into these. Not really a ramp strategy, but we'll get the Majoring Responder out there maybe. I don't even think we're gonna play that though. Definitely don't need the Owl. The Winnower at least is a decent blocker and kill spell at the same time. Eyeblight Massacre is somewhat of a wrath. We may not want to do it though. Last time I played it, I had 2 of these in my hand and I ended up running into an elf deck. Didn't do well. I think we could go without the Eyeblight Assassins. Not sure if we want Hydrolash in the initial. I think our 2-drop spot is pretty decent. I would have liked to find more Guardian Elitist, but I think that's okay. Go ahead and slide out the Eyeblight Massacre. Probably should take out a Dreadwaters, but that's what we're doing here. That's our game plan. Fleshbag Marauder at least is removal. Deathbed Shaman can kill most of your early stuff as well as get something out of the person's hand. Jessian Thief. We're not really an attacking kind of deck, but if we did do it, it does draw us a card for the tutelage. I think we need to get rid of maybe a Dreadwaters. I would like to play this Majoring Responder. I mean, it's just too good of a card not to, I feel. Tower Geist, do we... Yeah, that's just going to help us sift through our cards. I think we need it. I think this is the way to go. So we'll actually run 17 lands. Oh shoot, we actually do get to bring in another card. No, yeah we do. Because I accidentally forgot that the Majoring Network was one of those in there. So we could look to bring in either something like a Hydrolash, Artificer's Epiphany, Majoring Responder, maybe even the Eyeblight Massacre. But you know what we're bringing. We're bringing another Dreadwaters. Because we're on the mill plan. Only the mill plan. There's nothing else here. Actually, I might take out a Watercourser and bring in it. Take out both of the Watercoursers and bring in the Eyeblight Assassins. At least they can kill some Thopters when they come in. And they'll still gum up the ground about as much. They're not as strong at all, but whatever. We're going to mill them anyway. Alright. Come back and watch how these games go. I'm sure they're going to be winners.